Okay, so I've had some questions about the construction of these breadboard ends. So I just want to talk you through my process of gluing them up. Um, you can see here that the internal holes on the ash, that's the lighter timber, are actually slightly different shapes. The central one is round and the outer holes are slightly elongated. The construction of this joint is designed to help keep the boards flat while still allowing for some seasonal movement across the width of the board. So this is done by fixing the central part of the board in place. And you can see here that the first dowel is glued all the way through the sandwiched components, so that part won't move at all. Any movement across the width of the board will happen from the centre outwards. So for the outer holes, which you'll see I'm going to do now, the dowels are inserted dry. The glue is then applied to each end of the dowels before hammering them in from both sides. This technique just ensures that the dowels are glued to the fumed oak ends, but not the ash board itself. So the ash can expand and contract across its width without causing any splitting in the timber. You see I'm applying the glue now onto the end dowels and hammering them through. And then the same on the underside. So in theory, for those outer dowels, there isn't actually any glue between the dowel itself and the ash board in the centre. The glue just sticks to the fumed oak part of the joint. It's also worth noting these holes in the ash are slightly offset towards the shoulder. And the reason for that is that when the joints are pulled together with the dowels, it just tightens that joint up nicely and closes any gap. It pulls the oak towards that shoulder of the ash component. This is a very traditional woodworking joint. It's not something I've created myself. It just happens to work particularly well for this type of product. So you can see there the glue for the central dowel goes all the way through, and that is fixed to the ash and the oak. And here they go straight in. I must admit the assembly of some of these boards was smoother on some than others, and that's part of the joys of having offset holes. Some come together lovely and others take a real whack to get them into place, and I did lose a few in this process. It's something I need to perfect. And there you have it, one board glued up. Many more to go, but hopefully that clears things up a bit.